Jacksonville, Florida, and the annual site of one of the best rivalries in the sport. Not a lot of distance between the Gators and the Dogs, and once a year they come here close to the state line and draw their own battle lines. Little gets the blood boiling, quite like a rivalry game. Barbs, shots, trash talk, things that go on throughout the week will now all be settled on this field. As we'll see the number 4 team in the country, the Georgia Bulldogs, taking on the 3rd-ranked team in the land, the Florida Gators. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's get this thing started. Georgia likely to kick it deep to get things started. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. First down here for the offense. Wide out in motion. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. He looks that one in nicely. And oh, did they know that one was coming. They'll knock him down in the backfield. That first down was rather unproductive. Let's see what they've got on second down from the 16. He's looking to throw. Fires to the wideout. And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was not loose, and third down is coming. The Gators grabbed the Dogs and put them in a death roll the last time they met, blowing out Georgia.
Yeah, it was like Tim Tebow, Danny Wuerffel back playing quarterback for the Gators again. They were throwing it through the air. They were getting it done on the ground as well. Offensively, the Gators last year couldn't be stopped, and Georgia knows in this one this time. They've got to be able to...
Snags it down the right side. And he picked up the first down, but he will remember the price he paid after that hit.
Wow, and what a great job by that quarterback finding his open receiver on third down. You know, guys, one of the most telling stats at the end of the game is third down conversion percentage. If you're a great third down team, it's invaluable to your offensive success, and that's why teams drill third down so much in practice.
Give to the running back. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. Last play was a near disaster, now dealing with 2nd and 13. He's looking to throw. Good quickness to grab it off the deflection. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the first down. Man, what a matchup. The stakes are really high. Both teams in the top 10, playoff positioning, all the things that go with a midseason showdown, guys.
And these are just fun for us because we got a little bit more juice, too, because both teams in playoff contention, both teams high aspirations, a big showdown, a big prove-it game, Palmer, for both these squads.
And it's been fun because these two teams seem to be revving up right at the right moment. They've gotten better and better as the weeks have progressed, and now we've got this major clash, head-to-head in front of the entire country, all eyes watching.
Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. Working that left side now. And he's not going to get there. The defense stands tall and makes the stop.
Well, you get the completion, and now it's decision time for the head coach, right? This is a massive one, too. 4th and short on your own end of the field. What do you do?
They are trying to set the tone on the opening drive of the game. They could punt, pin them back deep. Instead, they'll go for it on 4th down. Now they're starting to feel it. They've got a first down at the 44. That's the mindset of this entire offense. They're not going to let you off the hook just because it's 4th and 1.
And that running back, he wanted the ball too. You could see there right after the third down play, looking at his sideline saying, give me the ball, I want to go get this. I'm going to make a play for my team, and he comes through big time.
He lofts one down the sideline. And they took a shot on that one but couldn't make the connection. It's incomplete. These two first met back in 1915, and for much of their histories, they've been sleeping giants. But man, when they wake up, do they wake up?
Well, two programs obviously with a lot of history and a lot of great players in the past, but I feel like because of the recent success of both Georgia and Florida in the last couple of decades, this is a game every year that everybody, not just in the SEC, but I think around the country, have circled because of what this game means.
Well, and it's so cool when you're a fan and you played in this game like me and Jesse both have. You can go back to a singular moment like Run, Lindsey, Run in 1980, which was a 3rd and long in their own 7 that they converted Georgia to go on to win a national title. Big games decided by big moments that live forever.
Ball just inside the 40 at the 39. It's 3rd and short. Out of the gun, the inside handoff to the running back. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a 1st down.
And that's back-to-back now. We've seen this running back get it done on their opening drive of the game. That last carry got the 1st down. So if I'm the offensive coordinator right now, I love the way my O-line's playing, and I love the way this guy's toting the rock. I'm going to give it to him again.
The Gators will line it up on 1st and 10. They'll go to the ground, and they try to run inside, and there is nowhere to go. Both of you guys played in this rivalry. Jesse, what's your most impactful memory?
My senior year, 1st and 1 on the goal line, and the Bulldogs had Marcus Stroud and Richard Seymour, 2 first-round picks at D-tackle. Coach Spurrier called Red Snoopy, which was a quarterback sneak. I didn't get it. He called it again on 2nd down. I didn't get it. Called it again on 3rd down. I didn't get it. On 4th down, he subbed our running back who came in the huddle and says, Red Snoopy, jump over the top, idiot. And we scored a touchdown.
Got some room headed to the goal line. And he'll haul it in and take it to the end zone. Touchdown, Gator!
How about the start from this offense? What a drive. Just when they needed a 3rd down conversion, they got it. They put a bunch of plays together, kind of wore the defense out, and in the end, punched it in for 6.
About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. Fielded in the end zone, it's Kirk. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. Offense getting set for 1st down. Looking for room, it's Parrish. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
You know when you're playing against a defense of this caliber, you're going to have some sort of balance, right? You can't just drop back and throw it every single play. Nothing going on that last run. They're going to have to find another way to get it going, handing the ball off.
Stopped at the 25 after a 5-yard gain. Seems as if these two have been on a collision course for a top 5 meeting like this. And big picture, guys, it can really help their playoff position.
Yeah, we all circled this game at the start of the year. We knew this one was going to have conference championship, national championship, Heisman Trophy implications too, David. So lots riding on this one, and may the best team win.
And this will be huge down the stretch. It gives you a shot in the arm. You prove your worth in this football game, and you start to build your case as you get to the end of the season of why you could possibly get to the best team in the country.
They think they can impose their will here with the run to the right.
It's really frustrating when you get a guy in his spot. He's in the hole. He's there to do his job, and he can't get the guy on the ground. That's your job. Get him on the ground. You know, especially a guy that's not a huge back. You got to make that tackle. You can't make it easy on the offense when now they got a manageable situation.
Smashes through. That's what you expect from a senior. Don't give them any extra yards. Great tackle there.
And offenses want to continue to feature the run. They want balance. Even if it's not super super successful, you can take it little bit at a time just to keep that defense honest.
Now on the option. Now the toss. Across the 10. A tremendous run. He was full bore after taking that pitch. Just sweet execution. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. This Georgia offense moving quickly down the field. From the gun, the ground game. They'll wrestle him down just short of the first down. I don't even think they're going to bring out the chains to measure this one.
And that would be the definition of first down success. Putting yourself in a good position. It's second and inches. I can do whatever I want next. I can take a shot down the field. I can run the football and get a new set of downs. Like, nice first down execution.
Looking for space. It's Parrish. He gets it past the sticks, and Georgia has a first down.
Well, the offense knew what they needed to get that first down, so they dial up the running play, and they get just enough to keep the drive alive.
It's 1st and 10 from the 13. Wide receiver now comes in motion. On the move. You'll take 4 yards on first down every time, 2nd and 6. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Out of the gun, the inside handoff, looking for a crease. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Well, we know this defense is one that plays with a lot of pride, right? Part of that is their ability stopping the run. They're a top 25 unit in the nation when it comes to stopping the rush, and that really helps them out down here in the red zone. They're going to have to step up big time in this situation.
They go to the draw. So close to that end zone. He can almost taste it, but it'll be 1st and goal for this offense.
This offense has really got to a nice rhythm here on their opening drive of the game. Running the ball, getting it down now into a goal-to-go situation. They really have established a bit of a physicality here early. Let's see if they can keep that up.
The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Georgia heads to the line with a 1st and goal. Here's the handoff. Relentless, tough running gets it down to the 4. Starting off this quarter close enough to smell the goal line. After run, now throw. He's got it down to the 1-yard line right on the doorstep of Pater.
And I really like the decision by the quarterback there. Listen, it's early in the downs. Like, don't force it. Don't make a turnover. He tucks it, get what you can get, and then live to play the next down. I like that execution by the QB.
They'll come to the line just 1 yard shy of the goal line on 3rd down. Try to barge their way in. And he takes it to the house. Touchdown, Bulldogs!
And I love it. I love the physicality of this offense. It's 3rd and goal. I trust my offensive line to pave the way, give the ball to my running back, and know he's going to physically punch this thing into the end zone.
And the extra point is good. And we're all square as he's set to kick it away. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. After standing on the sideline and watching that long touchdown drive, they really need to put something together to give their... And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack. This pressure from the defensive front is overwhelming, much like when three-time All-American David Pollock played on the Georgia defensive front. Whatever happened to that guy?
A washed-up old guy. I've heard of bad things about that guy. But no, when you look at these defenses Georgia's had, these dominant defenses, man, it's just big, physical guys up front. You think about the Jordan Davises and the Trayvon Walkers of the recent past, just guys that dominate a football game. You have to know where they're at on every snap.
Quarterback reacting to what the D is showing. He wants to throw here on second down. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down.
This offensive line is going to have to shore up this pass pro, guys. The last play they took a sack. This one they allow a hit on the QB, which forces the incompletion. Third down, you're going to be throwing it right here, you think, so O-line's got to step up.
On third and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a fourth down.
That's why it's so important for this defense to win first and second down. You set up third and longs like that, you can show your exotic looks, you can get the pass rush going, everybody on the back end expecting throw, and that's how you force incompletions and force fourth downs.
Touchdown, Dogs! How about that special teams play? Now that is a play that will get your sidelines into the game with that touchdown.
And you can see once he left everybody in the dust and he was going to the house, the sidelines going nuts. What a big-time play to take the lead. Defense did its job. Now special teams coming through in a big way.
Kickoff team takes the field after the punt return for the touchdown. Let's see what they've got in coverage now. And he takes this from inside the 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. The Gators sending the offense back to work. The last time we saw this offense, we had to look quick. It was a 3-and-out, Jesse.
They just had no rhythm in that last drive, so someone's going to have to step up and make a play.
The expressway is wide open. Ripped off a huge chunk play on that one as he gets the first down before he steps out of bounds.
And I tell you what, we can focus on the left side of the line of scrimmage because that's where the play starts. But you don't get big gains when you run out wide unless wide receivers, yes, wide receivers, commit to blocking, staying on their guys. Really good job on the outside by giving the running back space to make the big play.
They'll ride the running back and leave it with him.
And those physical runs take a toll. It might not be a big gain now, but down the road, third, fourth quarter, late in the ball games, they tend to turn into bigger runs.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. They'll run it. And excellent vision to find running room there and make a really good pickup before the defense put a stop to it. And the boys of old Florida are getting it done on the ground.
And you've seen time periods in history in Florida where they didn't care about the run. Spurrier, just throw it. Yeah, Jesse, throw it again. Yeah, throw it again. Just chuck it around. But I like when they commit to the ground game, have some success to create some balance.
And the Gators with the 1st and 10. Looking to move it through the air. Setting up the screen. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a 1st down for this offense.
Well, they pick up the 1st down there on the screen. I love the offensive line there, allowing the pass rush to get way up the field. They completely baited their guys, made them think that they got beaten, that they were going to get the sack, and then they sneak the running back screen right in behind them and pick up the 1st.
He's got his man. And just a short, safe pass play, they pick up a few.
And quarterback, receiver on the same page. Nice job seeing the zone, understanding the drag route concept. Easy pitch, easy catch.
The Gators look to do some damage in the red zone. Now the play fake. Those two not on the same page. It's incomplete. Couldn't find his man last time, and that leaves him with a 3rd and 6. He'll just keep slinging it. Throws to the wideout. He caught it. Goes out of bounds just short of the goal line, and they'll be set up in a great position here.
And listen, the defense knew coming into this one, they were going to target him early and often. He is a weapon, and there's no mystery where the quarterback's going to be looking on critical down and distances. Let's see how they're able to cover him throughout the rest of this game.
He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. Can the D deny them on 2nd and goal? Quarterback checking the play. On 2nd down, looking to throw. And he will score! Touchdown, Florida! Lining up to add another. Splits the uprights. They march 78 yards down the field, and they finish it up with a 3-yard scoring toss. All tied up and just about set to kick it away. He'll bring it out. It's Kirk. And he loses the ball deep in his own end. And the defense jumps on it. They get that turnover.
You just can't have that happen if you're on the return team. You know if you lose the football now, you're giving the other offense the ball back deep in your own end. Simply can't happen.
Pulls it and fires to the left. And he strides his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Gators! With that last one, he now has 40 career touchdown catches.
I mean, he's just been a playmaker. This guy, they feature him. He's been in the end zone that many times because they can feature him in so many ways. They find ways to get him the football because, Paul, he always makes play.
And he's always open even when he's not. Throughout his career, think about single cover, double cover, triple cover. You're still throwing him the ball because he's going to find a way to make it happen. 40 TD catches, that is awesome.
Good job by the coverage unit to stop the return man. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. These two defenses have had their heads spinning here in the first half, and now we might even see a little more scoring with this drive.
It's going back and forth. This is like two heavyweights just trading blows, David. What does this defense got to do to get a stop here?
I tell you what, man, when you're giving up points like this and you've got no momentum, you got to find somebody that can make a play to create something. And listen, if they're scoring anyways, let's be aggressive. Let's blitz more. Let's make sure we're making them feel discomfort in some way, shape, or form.
He'll throw it. Makes the catch. It's Kirk. At the 35, he's loose. And he was loose and out the gate and doesn't go down until he gets to the 48-yard line.
Well, after that last play, you can see how electrifying this guy is and how special he is after he makes the catch. If I'm on offense, I'm trying to find a lot of ways to get him touches in this game.
Just a solid stop by this sophomore.
Well, man, there's some big hitting going on in the trenches right now. This defense, they take a lot of pride in stopping the run. Let's keep our eye on them throughout the course of the game and see if they can contain this running attack.
Running back searching for a hole. They make the stop at the 37, but not before he's got 10 yards and the first down.
It's a good-looking run, and I'll say this. I know Georgia's always been known to run the football. They always want to be really physical, but it starts up front. They always seem to have great units on the offensive line, guys that communicate and guys that get pushed. And they've put many running backs into the NFL, but it's because of these big old hog mollies up front.
Nice move to keep moving. That's about as close as you can get to that marker, and it will be second and just a few breaths away from the first down.
Man, when I can run the football like that on first down and create second and inches and stay way ahead of the sticks and be in a position now where I can throw the football or run, I will have a lot of success on the offensive side of the football.
And he's going to be taken down, but there's a penalty flag on the field. Holding penalties, the ultimate drive killer. We'll see if it costs this offense here. Line getting set on second down. He's looking to throw. Complete downfield. Ripping off a good chunk inside the 25, and they're set up with a first down.
That's an absolute strike right there, giving me some Stetson Bennett vibes, some Aaron Murray vibes, even Matthew Stafford with the arm talent on that throw. I'll tell you, they can attack any spot of the field in the passing game because of this guy's talent.
They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker.
And man coverage, when they get up in your face, they make things hard. You want to be able to attack the whole field and get them leaning one direction and then break outside like you did there. Nice out route connection, nice chemistry between quarterback and wide receiver.
Georgia hunkers down in the red zone. They'll run the option. Now the pitch. They'll finally make the tackle, but that option was executed to perfection.
Well, it just seems like everything is working for the offense on this drive. Another nice game, this time on the ground.
And this offense has a chance to pull even as we get deep in the first half. Defense trying to hold on to the lead. He'll set up to throw. Reels it in the end zone. Touchdown, Georgia!
Yeah, and the passing game comes through, man, and we need more of that in the second half. An extra point away from tying this football game. We trailed a little bit in the first half, stayed calm. If this passing game can continue to heat up, look out in the second half.
And the extra point was good as they finished the drive. They got the late touchdown on the board, now about to kick it away and hoping the defense can keep them from answering. On the move from inside his 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. The way this game started, you feel as if you have to score a touchdown every time you have it, and now we'll see if they can respond.
Yeah, and I wonder how much pressure that puts on the offense. Jesse, like, you know this is back and forth, and I got to score, and every possession matters so much. What does that do to you as a quarterback?
Well, it puts a lot more pressure on you for sure to feel like I got to make every third down throw. If guys are open vertically down the field, I got to hit them too. We can't let our serve get broken.
And he'll just get rid of that one.
A nice job by the quarterback there. You're outside the pocket, nobody's open, so you throw the ball away knowing that you still have more chances to get this first down.
Ball spotted at the 29. Here they come on third and short. They'll try to get the first through the air. He's taking the shot. And trying to put points on the board on third down. Now they're staring at fourth down.
Defense did a great job. Third and short on the opponent's side of the field. They're expecting quick throw. Everybody, they dug their heel in the ground. On the ball, force the incompletion.
They're a couple of yards short of the first down, but the offense will stay out there on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Makes the catch, he's got enough. They'll immediately call timeout.
That's a great example of the receiver knowing exactly where the first down marker is. He got the depth he needed to get, so once he was able to make the catch, he already knew he had it, and now a fresh set of downs.
The Gators have it with a 1st and 10. He's looking to throw it. Trying to get to it. Blasted as he lets it go. And the ball is intercepted. He steps out of bounds, but not only does he get the ball back, what a return to set up his offense.
Nice read, nice break. Good job by the defender understanding that ball had some air underneath it. Takes advantage of it, goes and makes the big play.
Running out of time here in the first half, they're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Wasting no time throwing on this drive. He scrambled forward and got a few and turned that into a positive play. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. And here on 2nd down, they'll send out the field goal unit to try to get 3 before the break. Absolutely perfect. And now they take the lead.
Well, it's a good news, bad news scenario. You got the pick, and you would have liked to have paid that off with a touchdown, but because the drive stalls out, you're still happy to get the field goal.
Oh, look at Mr. Hands taking the squibber inside the 30. And the coverage team gets the returner on the ground. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update. And the Gators will boot it away to start the second half. He'll bring it out. It's Kirk. Rolling the dice and bringing it out of the end zone did not pay off. He's out of bounds at the 19. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. If it's working, why change it? And that running game was working in the first half. I imagine we'll see a lot more of it here in the third quarter.
And you just know the offensive line was telling their coordinator, put this on us. Let us continue to go out there, push these guys around. We can put this game on our back and end this thing by running the ball.
And this is a manhood question for this defense. Like, as a defensive lineman, and you're pounding the rock, like, I got to physically rise to this challenge. This defense has to play more inspired and more physical in the second half.
At the 45 on his way. That defense got gashed when they finally get him to the turf at the 47.
When you talk about creating big plays in the running game like this makes the game really easy. Actually, when you've got a guy like this that you can hand it to with this much speed and elusiveness, just hard to bring down in the open field, what a big gain for the offense.
The offense will put it in play from the 47 on 1st and 10. To the ground, he's got it again. They make the stop at the 37, but not before he's got 10 yards and the first down.
I think Jesse and Reese could call offensive plays for any team if they're having this much success on the ground. It starts with the ground game, right? Like, you can chew up these kind of plays, then I can play action later on and take shots. But right now, defense has first got to stop the run game that's been chewing them up.
From the gun, running back gets the give. Nice, solid form tackle from this sophomore.
He's tackled at the 36. Second down.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Fast motion from the offense. Grabbed in the backfield. It's 4. And the defense had that one well covered. Just a short gain there.
I don't know who on defense is going to cover this guy. Honestly, he could be a problem for this defense over the middle of the field in the passing game.
Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Getting some heat. And the pass is incomplete here on 3rd down, but there is a flag. Let's check it out. He just lost track of where he was on the field. Entire body past the line of scrimmage. Illegal forward pass, and they will back him up. Fourth down and 12 is 4-down territory for this offense. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. The incomplete pass, 4th down, fails, and they'll turn it over.
That is just a play you have got to be able to come up with. They don't get bigger than that. 4th down, you've got to make the catch. Whether it's a perfect throw or whether it's off of your body, you're good enough and you're athletic enough to haul that play, and you've got to make the play for your quarterback and your offense to keep that drive alive, and he's not able to come up with it.
Continuing to churn and move it forward, and they're closing in on midfield. It's down at the 48.
48-yard line. Brings up second down.
Nine-yard pickup on first down, and now they can take a shot on 2nd and short. Out of the gun, they give to the back. And he's tripped up, but not before picking up the first down.
All right, nothing flashy there. He just did what it took to get the first down.
See if they can turn this drive into points. They've got it 1st and 10 at the 50. Quarterback changing the plays at the line. Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. Fires toward the end zone. And it's almost intercepted in the end zone. It's caught, but he's out of bounds. Just an incomplete pass and a bullet dodged by this offense. After the misfire, now on 2nd down. He's looking to throw. Unloads to the wideout. He makes a catch. He's run out of bounds, but not before turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down.
Really nice timing on that out route there. Good anticipation by the QB, getting it out on time. And how about the receiver securing the catch, tapping the toes before he went out of bounds?
The Gators have this offense rolling. Using the quick game. And he'll step out of bounds after a very productive play.
And a big key on that throw to the slot receiver, guys, is putting the ball out in front. The location of the throw is what helped that guy get extra yards after the catch.
So after the first down run, here's second down. They'll run it out of the shotgun. Wrestled to the ground after picking up the first down.
Wow, the running back there showing you his skill set as he's able to rip off that one for a first down.
The Gators getting set on 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. And he's a real nowhere man tackled in this no-gain land.
Great job by the defense. Everybody firing off the ball, hitting their guys, holding their gaps, running to the football, nowhere to go.
On second down, he'll fire. Looking to scramble. That pass is incomplete, and they might be fortunate it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. It'll be third down.
Get the quarterback off the spot. Make him flush from the pocket. Put a good hit on him. Check, check, check. You want to do everything you can to make the QB uncomfortable. The defense did all three of those on this play and finished it off with a nice lick, nice physical play on the quarterback.
Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. On third down, going up top. Safe completion on the screen. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down.
And the defense has to be kicking themselves for allowing a first down there. You're just maybe going to give them a few yards and let them set up for a field goal. Instead, you let them move the chains, and now they're knocking on your door, first and goal.
Touchdown, Florida! And that one will give them the lead. Another touchdown for this guy, and he's starting to get in the groove the way Terry Dean did when he set the single-game record with 7 touchdowns.
Another one. I mean, just putting up stats. This guy's finding the end zone, and he can do it all. Just showing it off left and right. But when you play in such a physical league like the SEC, but you got a guy like this that can get an extra first down and really keep those chains moving and score big plays and big touchdowns, good luck stopping him.
Coming out with it, it's Kirk. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. That fourth down gamble didn't pay off on the last drive, and it led to giving up a scoring drive, David.
Yeah, and everybody wants to go for it on fourth down. Everybody wants that, but your defense sometimes has to bail out your decision-making. We decided to go for it, we didn't get it. The defense, Jesse, didn't come up big and prove me right.
Yeah, not complimentary football, no doubt. But look, this offense has been in these situations before, so we've got to come back out here, take the field. It's a fresh set of downs, brand new drive. Let's go out and execute with some points on the board.
Looking for room, it's Parrish. That keeps the running game churning. Pick up a 5 to the 23.
I like this guy as a running back because he can run between the tackles and he can also go outside. He can really do it all.
So what do they have for third and short from their own 23? Here comes the option. Shakes off the tackler. Nice job to keep it himself, find the first down marker, and move the chains for this offense. They've got it 1st and 10 from the 25. Wide receiver shows motion. Looking to go up top on first down. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down.
quarterback had no shot on that play. He had a defender bearing down on him. He knew he was going to get hit. I think he should have just thrown that thing out of bounds. He's lucky that wasn't picked throwing into double coverage.
Couldn't connect on first down, now back to the air. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Yeah, and you don't see very many quarterback hits on screens. You know, the offense wants to bluff real quick and make it look like pass, and then the quarterback's supposed to pop up, look like pass, and quickly get rid of it. You could tell timing all wrong. It was all jacked up, and that play went absolutely nowhere.
On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Misses again. It's incomplete, and that's 3 in a row.
Well, in the first half, this offense was up and down the field. It seemed like everything they were dialing up was working. And here we are in the third quarter, and there's a very rare incompletion on their own end of the field. Maybe that's the play the defense needs now to spark some momentum.
Three straight misfires has left them staring at 4th and 10, but they'll try it again. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Sends it downfield. He hauls it in, and nobody's close. And they finally get him to the ground. An easy conversion for this offense. Defense not exactly the perfect 4th down call there. The Dogs are moving quickly down the field. From the gun, leaves it on the inside with the back. They make the tackle after he gets 2 down to the 25.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground, take away that run game, make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. They'll try to pop the draw. Stop is made, but he picks up 4 yards down to the 21-yard line.
It's the MO of this offense, and they really put a lot on the offensive line to go out and really try and establish their dominance and their assertiveness, and they've done a good job of that early in this game running the football.
It'll be a draw. Got some room, headed to the goal line. And he's sprinting. He'll take it all the way. Touchdown, Bulldogs.
Man, what a nice touchdown run, and this is a team effort, right? It's got to start with the offensive line to get in that crease, and then the wide receivers start to kick in, and the running back, he handles the rest. Nice touchdown run.
And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Fellas, a big time top 15 duel. Let's get right to it. TCU is ahead right now, but it's not like they have LaDainian Tomlinson out there. This group needs to keep building on this lead. They're up by a field goal over BYU. For now, it's back to you fellas, but of course, if anything changes, you'll see it right here.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. The Gators sending the offense back to work. Now they need to put something together to answer that last score.
There's a lot of pressure, too, on this offense to have to execute at a high level. They've got to score points, David, but they can't go too fast because their defense right now is tired.
And I think that's the difficulty being a play caller. Like, I have to balance all of those things. My defense is a little bit tired. I can't put it on the field, but I got to be aggressive because this is a back-and-forth type game, so a lot to process and think about.
And now on second down for this offense. They're trying to get to it. He's moving out of the pocket. And not much going on downfield. He'll just get rid of it and live to play another down.
Good decision by the QB. You're outside the pocket. You're trying to find an open target. No one's open. Throw it away and live to play another day.
Now on 3rd and 10, if they can move the chains here, maybe they can get this drive started. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires to the wideout. Makes the grab. Bulldozes his way through. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down.
Well, Reese, you and I were talking about this before the game. How is this defense going to be able to deal with all the speed they have offensively? You saw them just rip off a big play.
And Jesse, now their head's spinning just a little bit. Give up a big chunk play, and it's right back at them.
31, Florida, 28.
First down to start the drive after the break. Quick pass on the fly motion. Pass to 45. And chunk plays are the name of the game, and they get one here before the defense finally makes the stop.
It's so important this offense is able to get this guy the ball in space, especially in the perimeter of the field. And I love that last play call because he's able to get outside and use his speed. To me, that's where this guy is his most dangerous.
Hand off from the shotgun. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. And here comes the offense on second down. He's looking to throw. They've got the screen set up. And it's pretty obvious there was a big hole in that screen, and the defense ran right through it.
And I don't like the play call, guys. Screen pass at this point of the game against the defense, playing big zones, prevent, trying to keep the ball in front. It's just not going to work. You've got to take shots offensively.
A field goal attempt from this spot would be 52 yards out. A few yards on third down would make it easier. Receivers telling the quarterback what they see. On third and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. He's got his man.
You know, I got to tell you, as an offense, moving forward in this game, third and long, you're going to have to push the ball downfield a little bit more. You got to throw to the sticks and give yourself a chance to convert these third downs.
And now on fourth down, they will put it on the shoulders of the kicker to save them with his foot. And the kicker delivers the 3 to salvage that drive. And we are all tied up here in the fourth. And we're all square as he's set to kick it away. He'll bring it out. It's Kirk. Nothing wrong with the touchback, and they wish they had one right now, but he stopped at the 9-yard line. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. They go to the ground. Delivers the stiff arm. He now has 115 yards on the ground, and that's just another routine day for this guy who's been among the nation's leaders in rushing all season long. It's first down from their own 23-yard line. The give to the running back from the shotgun. Into a massive giant bodies. We'll call it a 1-yard gain to the 24.
The big defensive tackles in the middle, they're not always the best pass rushers, but they are strong, and I say country strong. They put their hands on you, you feel it. They lock people out on the line of scrimmage. They create separation. They wrap running backs up, and usually they don't get in the midst of those big boys.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Quick touch pass to the receiver. He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play.
Really good job by the defense, seeing it and going and getting it. Nice job understanding the touch pass. It can happen. Those guys go in motion, man. I got to understand, safety's got to see that, start flying down, getting ready to play that. Nice job by the defense being ready for that play.
On the option, he'll pitch it. And a big play there on the option. The pitch was executed perfectly.
How about that play by the speed back? We hear about speed backs, and he's not the guy that runs in between the tackles. But let me tell you something. When you're trying to catch a guy like that and you're running full speed with everything you have, a lot of times you're just trying to get him to the ground, and you're not trying to put a good shot on him, and then all of a sudden they're breaking tackles. Great job by that young man.
To the air on first down. Feeling the heat as he lets it go. Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance.
The offensive line has got to give him at least a little bit of time to survey the field. He had no chance that time, getting hit almost immediately after he got the ball.
Let's see what they've got on second down. Now they'll run the draw. And he is just engulfed at the line by this giant defensive tackle. Boy, there wasn't much room to wiggle for that running back there.
None at all. Great job by the defense getting in the backfield quickly, closing up all the holes, nowhere to go.
A third and long coming up here. From the gun, wants to pass. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete and fourth down's coming.
Oh, you know what time it is when the defense gets that stop on third down. Fist up in the air. Nice job getting to the quarterback, putting some pressure on him, hitting him, forcing the incompletion. Fourth down, baby.
A tie game here late, and they do not want to give up this football. They'll go for it on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Makes the grab well past the sticks. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense.
You got to give this quarterback a ton of credit because he showed tremendous confidence on that throw. That wasn't just trying to throw to the sticks. That was being aggressive and throwing it down the field. Not a high percentage throw, but he had confidence in his guy to win one-on-one and to keep the drive alive.
Out of the gun, they'll run it inside. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
And not much running room. He had to break a tackle and still break another tackle to try to get back to the line of scrimmage. Not good blocking on the play.
But that's what coaches always emphasize, too. Never assume a teammate's going to make the tackle. You run to the ball, and they did it there.
100%, especially guys that are so big and strong and elusive nowadays. They're going to break tackles. Keep swarming, keep hitting them. Next guy, don't assume the tackle's going to be made.
That pass is incomplete, and they're probably fortunate that it wasn't knocked free for a fumble.
And that defender was just smothering the quarterback on that screen attempt. You know, the QB's taught to hold on to it to the last possible second. He had no shot trying to negotiate that defender.
And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. Fourth down coming up.
Nice job by the defense. They're mixing up their look. They're third and long in field goal range. They go zone coverage. So everybody on the back end has the eye on the quarterback, and they're able to break on the ball, force the incompletion.
Tie game, fourth quarter, and they're going to go for it on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. He's got it, and they convert. Just making a play, getting it to the 23-yard line. It'll be first down. Sometimes we don't give enough credit to a receiver knowing exactly where he needs to be on the field, and they pick up the first down there.
Yeah, and you've got to give the receiver credit, obviously knowing where that is, but the defender needs to know where it is too. Where is he trying to get? That ball's going to come out quick. He didn't really understand where the sticks were, and because of that, he gives up the first down. Need to just be a little bit more aware as a defensive guy.
Georgia ready to dial it up on another first down. Give to the back. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
And sometimes for the defense, it just takes one play, right, to create some momentum. Obviously, this guy's been eating him up. He's got over 100 yards rushing on the day. But finally, David, they get something positive here in the run game defensively.
But you kind of know that coming in. He's going to get his. Such a great back, and he's had a great day. Need to put more plays together like that right there.
Lost yardage on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. He's looking to throw. Moving, keeping the eyes downfield. And it's intercepted. Oh, what a big play in a tie game. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.